Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Algorand's price chart. And if you remember in the previous video, I think we were right around this region and I was saying there's a good chance this move is going to continue a little bit more. Now, what I'm about to tell you is completely irrelevant to what I believe is going to happen in the mid to long term, okay? Overall, I still believe whatever move on the downside that we are having starting from the highest side is a correction structure and not an impulse, and maybe on a higher degree we are having a 1-2, and after our move down into wave 2 is over, we are going to have a fantastic move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and I'm really hoping that in this phase into our wave 3 we manage to reclaim this important level, which the higher band of it is about, let's say, like 32.5 cents area. One way or the other, as long as we are not taking this low down here about 19 cents, I think in Algorand makes sense to have this thing as our primary case. However, the story in the short term might be a bit different. Why is that? Maybe it's best to go actually on crypto.com chart. Okay, yeah, there we go. We are having better looking candlesticks in here. So what is going on starting from the highest high right in here? I think we can say this is 1, this is 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave 3, correction for 4, and yet another move down into wave 5. What do we have next? As you can see, a clear cut correction structure, a very slow and choppy move on the upside. Now, sure, maybe in the next couple of hours we are going to do something like this, but after this move, I think we are going to have another move down in order to take this important low down here about 21.5 cents. So if you want to know what's going to happen for the next 12 hours, I think we may have something like this. For me, what really matters is what are we going to do after this move on the downside. Why is that? Let's go around here. Okay. You see, if you want to argue that we're going to have our final low around this region, maybe this is like a very important support, then okay, off of the lowest low in here, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. And this specific example is an impulse. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4 and in any kind of 5 wave. Wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. This is a big no-no in Elliott waves, and in terms of our sub waves, 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different counts. Let's say, yeah, sure. ABC into 4 and a WXY into wave 2. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. And I need you to pay attention to this specific move up from this point to about this side. Why? Because in it, I think we are having a great looking 1, 2, 3. Probably, yes, a running flat into 4 and yet another move on the upside into wave 5. Now, there is a chance in Algorand that the low is already in, and I said, okay, we may see another move on the downside, but I'm really hoping overall, even if this is going to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are going to have the subwaves for a beautiful ABC zigzag. And that is why I care about the next specific move, okay? This move down is kind of predictable and it's not really that big of a deal. On the other hand, the next move is going to determine what kind of scenarios are we going to have in Algo. If we get a strong move up, hopefully in form of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in it, we at least take the height of our B leg in here, that could be a great sign indicating the low is already in, and maybe we're gonna have on a higher degree 5 up into 1, correction for wave 2, and what's next? Massive move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Now, can we have another scenario? Absolutely. And in the interest of being objective, the next possibility is going to be the bearish one. And I'm gonna argue we are having in Algo an ABC running flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into A, correction down into wave B. And in this phase, we are going to take this initial low and another move on the upside into wave C. And in it, we are not going to take the height of our A leg. And in terms of the sub waves, ABC up into A, ABC, or maybe a WXY down into B, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into wave C. You see, in my opinion, even according to the bearish scenario, this is still a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this case, I'm gonna say the previous move was most likely an A, B, C zigzag. This is also an A, B, C on the upside, and well, maybe these are the subwaves for an ABC running flat, indicating this move down is actually going to continue, and in it we are going to take the lowest low down here about 21 cents for the first target. But I think if you remember in the previous video, we talked about a decent area of demand. Excuse me, let's just go on Binance's chart, which was all the way down here between 19.5 to about the 20.5 cents area. So if we get another strong move down in algo and the bearish scenario suggesting this is an ABC running flat is in play, okay, I think the next target is going to be reaching to somewhere around here, and let's hope that from this region we are going to get a move on the upside. Now, what is happening in terms of indicators? First, let's go on weekly chart, zoom in more and see what are we having. Okay, so in RSI right now we are kind of in no man's land and not a whole lot has been happening. But in MACD, sure, this is a sell signal, which is not a good sign. However, it seems like if our move up wants to continue, I would say for another potentially 2-3 weeks, at that point you are going to see a buy signal in here, which will be a fantastic bullish sign. And for example, pay attention to the previous time that we got a buy signal in MACD. It was right at this candlestick about 15 cents. And what happened next? We basically got a 4x move on the upside. How about the previous time that we got a buy signal? It was down here about 11.5 cents. And in this phase up, we basically had like a 2-3x move, which is definitely not that bad. So having a buy signal in MACD could actually add a lot of validity to this scenario, indicating our final low in Algorand is already in. And again, if you do not care about what is going to happen in the next couple of weeks, I would like to suggest to just wait a little bit more and see a buy signal. Now, in daily time frame, we are actually having in here a sell signal, which is definitely not an optimistic sign. But from my point of view, this isn't really enough. If in Algorand we manage to go under this level and then do a pullback and a continuation of the move down, at that point I'm gonna say, you know what, this signal is going to work, and you may actually see a move all the way down here to about like the 15 cents area even. I think that can happen. But as long as we are not seeing this initial strong move down, I think it's too soon to jump into that kind of bearish conclusion. And let's go on H1 time frame. So question is, how exactly are we able to argue whether the low is in and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe we are having an ABC running flat and we are going to continue all of that? I think here is how. You need to get help from RSI and MACD in H1 time frame. Why? On the live chart, as you can see from, yes, let's say this point, we are having a series of lower lows. However, in RSI and MACD, we are actually having a series of higher lows. So essentially in H1 time frame, this is a beautiful bullish divergence, which by itself is a fantastic optimistic sign. However, if we see something like this, another strong move down in algo, and at the same time we get a break of the divergence sign, especially I would say in RSI, because this really looks good, at that point you need to count on the bearish scenario being in play, and maybe from there we are going to get like a sharp move on the downside, because usually whenever we get a break of the divergence line, that is going to translate to some strong moves on the down and also upside at the same time. But as long as we are not breaking this, I think we are allowed to be optimistic and count on the bullish possibility, indicating the low is already in. I'm just hoping that after this move down, we get a decent move up in order to at least take this high. And if we manage to at the same time take this one as well, that would be just a cherry on top. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's update. In Algorand, we are allowed to be bullish because we are absolutely able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up off of the lowest low. Is that enough? Unfortunately, no. I need to see another move down and followed by that a strong move on the upside in order to take this high. At that point, we can say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm not sure if you like classic patterns, but if you do, I think you are able to at that point argue this might be a beautiful head and shoulder structure. And what can be a likely target for it? You need to measure the height of your pattern from this point to about here and put it at your breaking point. Let's say we're gonna break it in this area. Sure, this is giving you like a 25 cents Algorand, and I'm really hoping that in the next phase up we manage to take the height of our B leg up here about 25 cents, which will in my opinion be pretty much the ultimate bullish sign, indicating this is actually a 1 2, and the next move is going to be a big one up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in algo. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.